Hello and welcome to our very first special study, presented by Wikiresidence.ca. Today we're looking into a massive shift happening in Quebec's property market. We're talking about a total revolution in thinking, from property as a family heirloom to a high-stakes financial asset. And what does that really mean for you? All right, here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at how the whole mindset around property changed, a bit of history. Then we'll meet the new wave of real estate investors. After that, we'll dig into some of the recent forces driving the market today and get into the single biggest game changer, the REM project for Montreal. And finally, we'll talk about a unique strategic tool that can help you navigate all of this. Okay, first things first. To really get what's happening in the market today, we got to rewind the clock and understand Quebec's traditionally deep connection to property. For generations, this was the bedrock belief. A home wasn't just a line item on a spreadsheet. It was your family's story, your heritage. Its value was all about stability, family, and having something real to pass down to your kids. Cashing in, that wasn't really the point. So what happened? Well, this old model didn't just gently fade away. It was hit by a couple of massive social earthquakes. You had the Quiet Revolution, which totally changed the social fabric, followed by this huge wave of urbanization. As people packed up and moved to the cities for work, a house started to look less like the family farm and more like a personal asset. So all that historical change really set the stage for a brand new player to enter the scene, the modern real estate investor. And here is the absolute key difference. The modern investor sees a property through a purely financial lens. It's not about emotions or where you'll raise a family for the next 50 years. Nope. It is all about the numbers, cash flow, capital gains, market dynamics. And honestly, that mindset is what's driving the market right now. This shift gave birth to a super powerful idea, the house as investment myth. The notion that your home is the single best investment you could possibly make just exploded into the culture. It totally transformed the psychology of buying and really turned every homeowner into a potential investor, always with one eye on resale value. And check this out, because this is really interesting. When we say investor today, it's not just one type of person in a suit. It's way more diverse. You've got your regular family buying a home to live in, but you know they're thinking about its future value. You've got students buying a small condo just to escape crazy high rents, and of course, the classic Plex buyer, who needs that rental income to even get a foot in the door. The point is, pretty much everyone's in the game now. So you have this fire started, but what's pouring gasoline on it? Let's look at the powerful economic forces that are supercharging this investment-driven market. There are three huge things pushing this forward. First, inflation. When cash is losing value, people look for something solid, and real estate is a classic safe harbor. Second, the affordability crisis. I mean, for a lot of young buyers, getting a Plex isn't some sleek investment strategy. It's literally the only way they can afford to own property at all. And finally, the digital revolution. All this powerful market data is now just a click away, turning casual observers into pretty savvy analysts. Okay. All of that is hugely important, but now we get to the big one. We're talking about what is, without a doubt, the single biggest catalyst reshaping the entire greater Montreal real estate landscape right now. So if you had to guess, what would you say is the most powerful engine for new development and real estate opportunity in Montreal? There is one project that is completely rewriting the rules of the game. You got it, the REM. And listen, you have to think of this as so much more than a new transit line. It is a massive engine for development, creating incredible value and opportunity all along its entire route. And this is exactly how it's happening. The REM isn't just about moving people around. It's about building whole communities. We're seeing massive densification with new residential towers, the creation of cool mixed-use spaces with shops and offices, and even entire new neighborhoods just popping up around the stations. The REM has become the new center of gravity for all this development. So, let's recap. We have historic change, a new investor mindset, a full-blown transit revolution. It's a lot, right? The million-dollar question is, how do you even begin to navigate this incredibly complex new market to find the right opportunities for you? Well, you could try going in alone, but that means drowning in scattered information across dozens of websites. It's frankly overwhelming, and it's easy to miss out. The alternative is to use an intelligent tool that cuts through all that noise and gives you targeted information fast. This is exactly where iResidence ecosystem comes in. And look, this isn't just another website. It's a complete suite of tools powered by AI, designed updated for you to take full advantage of this new transit-focused market. It is the ideal resource because it pulls everything you need into one spot. And the best part? It's all 100% free. Let's zoom in on iResidence.ca for a second. We just talked about all those REM hotspots, right? Well, this site is the only place where you can find 100% of all properties for sale and for rent near the REM, the Metro, and the EXO train networks. It takes a really complex search and just boils it down to a single click. So, the big takeaway here is this. In a market that's moving faster and more complex than ever, having a dedicated, comprehensive tool isn't just a nice advantage, it's a necessity. This ecosystem was purpose-built to help you master this new real estate landscape. Which really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. That line between being a homeowner and an investor is getting blurrier every day. In this new reality where transit is reshaping the city, your strategy is everything. So the question isn't if you're investing anymore, it's how are you going to position yourself to succeed? Thank you for staying on all this time. Hope to hear from you soon.